Hey,
We're going to the Super
Bowl
Bowl.
talk only.
Woo!
Super Bowl.
We're going to
Hey!
Michigan. How about that? Does that feel good? That feel good. Woo! It feel good.
Hey,
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
hey,
Sir.
let's get it.
Let's get it.
Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 73. Welcome to the part 1 Super Bowl preview NFC champion edition of the Birds of Broad Street. I am your boy, Missy Miss Cool Cat Con, YouTube representing the Birds. The whole gang is here. We got Simone with the sports art Philly girl in the building. How you feeling, girl?
Couldn't be feeling any better, y'all. We going to the chip.
Woo! The owner of Bird Game Nation Sports Media, the man of 1,000 shows, the NFC champion, Jalen freaking out number 1 fan, BG31.
Jalen freaking Hurts.
We got
Call it.
OTR. Look at this
Put it
bad
in.
boy. Look at this. Woo-wee. We got OTR 1 Trigger Trey Rock in the building with our trigger.
You already know how I do it. So before we start this battle, raise your cups up, man.
Hey,
And we going to the Super
hey,
Bowl, baby.
let's get it.
Hey.
Here's to my people. Now let's do it how we do it. I want
Hey.
them championships up in the air, Eagles Nation, when I say, Michigan, warm it up.
Hey, warm it up, though. Super Bowl talk only. Hold on. We got to put the call in. Let's put the call in. Hold on. Let's check the 4K. Y'all already know. Lambos. Check. Y'all know what we working on. Another ring. Check. Y'all know we all the way in there, gang. Listen. If y'all new to any of the channels, any of the rides, y'all know the energy. Y'all know the vibes we on. Super Bowl talk only. Check everybody out and go hit
That subscribe.
Y'all know how we rocking. Listen, I see a bunch of tears in the chat from some of these Cowboy fans. We're going to talk about y'all today. Listen, this is Super Bowl talk only because y'all know how we rocking. Hey, the believers, if y'all believed it, we here to y'all haters. Boo-hoo for y'all. So let's go get it. Let's have some fun, gang. Let's get it.
Exactly, man. Do we got a show for y'all? We're gonna preview the champion Super Bowl next week. We got y'all for next week. Today, well, I'm gonna just let my quarterback go. Today is about celebration and
Oh, that's
smoking
that
on
Niner
that.
pack. That Niner
Exactly.
pack.
Exactly. We're going to be smoking on that Niner pack. We're going to be talking about this game, how we feeling, and our early thoughts. Our early thoughts. We ain't going to do anything until next week. Our early thoughts on the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl. But before I do, I need to know from because normally on the show with me, Notre Gang, Turkey Trey, BG, and Simone with the sports, we got big numbers when it comes to the show. Big numbers. Where all the Cowboy fans at? Where all the 49er fans at that was on the chat?
That's
Bang,
who I want to
bang,
talk to.
Niner gang. Where y'all at? 45 people on the chat. Where
That's who
y'all
I
at? I
want to
see
talk to.
Cole in
Niner
the
gang
building.
going back to the West Coast.
I see Cole in the building.
Hey, listen.
Where's
Ain't nowhere
everybody?
to be found, big dog.
Hey, it's looking, it's looking a little somber for some of these Cowboy fans in this chat right now. I'm seeing some of the energy change. Hey, listen, I know they want us to feel bad for them, but listen, we told y'all Cowboy fans, y'all ain't got nothing on this type of greatness level that y'all seeing with the Eagles. So boo-hoo for y'all. Y'all know where the tissues is at. Y'all gonna scoop y'all some of those up because we don't care. Nobody likes this. We don't care. Y'all know the vibes. It's a Philly thing. But y'all
Damn
watching
right.
historic greatness. Let's get it, man. Listen, I
Yeah,
ain't trying to get into this.
Let's celebrate. Well, I'm going to ask all y'all around how y'all feel about going right back to the Super Bowl. I'm going to start off first because, well, in the off season, I kind of told everybody to put your hand over your heart and say, Jalen, AJ, Devontae, and Jab we trust. And now look at them. Look at them in this photo. My boys. My boys. They
Hey,
going to the Super Bowl, man. I am so proud of Jalen freaking Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, not listening to none of the noise, not listening to all the haters. I told y'all in the offseason to believe in Jalen. Some of y'all want that kid to sell hot dogs, cheeseburgers, and chips. You wanted Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. I told
Yep.
y'all. Go ahead, Simone.
Oh, I was just saying, yep.
Yeah, I told all you guys, but no. AJ Brown, he's gonna be unhappy, Connor. AJ Brown is playing with a running back for Connor. Well, according to this photo, they sure look happy to me. They sure look happy to me. No Gang, how you feeling about your Birds once again? 60 minutes away from that Lambo and that rain once again.
But listen, at the beginning of the season, we all had different kind of fan levels, fan expectations. To me, as y'all know, I expected to be here. So listen, this is not nothing breaking news. Listen, we know from what we saw from day one from Jalen Hurts, how he came out and rocked this whole season. The kid came out here with complete leadership, took this team on his back. We saw the weapons. We saw all the moves that the Eagles made in this offseason. A lot of y'all was talking about these additions. Hey, listen, they got A.J. Brown, but Jalen Hurts can't throw it to him. Oh, we heard all of that. We heard Miles Sanders ain't going to do this. Miles Sanders ain't going to do that. Jalen Hurts got a noodle arm. Listen, this is the best noodle arm quarterback we done seen in the Super Bowl. So, listen, I'm going to take it with everything that I could get, and I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of the way this team fought. Shut up all the doubters. After this game, hey, regardless, I feel we need to go and give Jalen Hurts the blank check. Go and give him the blank check. After he wins the Super Bowl, I don't care what we sign this man to. It is what it is. But, hey, listen, I'm so proud of this team. We still got work to do. We all know that. But to say I'm shocked for getting to this point, y'all already know I ain't no type of shocked. The Eagles worked their behinds off this year, led by in my opinion, the best quarterback in the league. We're going to talk about this Patty Mahomes business, I'm sure, soon enough. But, oh, yeah, the Eagles handled their business. They deserve to be here. And no, I'm not shocked to be in this moment right now.
Simone, how you feel about your birds, your Philly Birds, back in the Super Bowl?
But pride in this team, this franchise. Second Super Bowl appearance in the last 5 years. 2 different quarterbacks, 2 different coaching staffs, head coaches. Like I said earlier today, franchises, these other little franchises, they go through rebuilds for decades, for years. Decades, they rebuild. How quickly we turn this team around. We start off last season 2-5. Barely had a chance at the playoffs. Brand new head coach we wasn't sure about. Brand new quarterback one. People weren't sure about. But the culture, it's a winning culture that's been embedded in Philadelphia. The Phillies was there. The Sixers looking like the number 1 team right now. The Eagles are the number 1 team. It's a winning culture. A winning vibe. Everybody feels it. Devontae Smith said last year, Jalen Hurts called him after the Bengals went to the Super Bowl and said, there's no reason why that can't be us. They hungry for it. They're starving for it, and it shows. And everybody wanted to say, who gonna throw the ball to A.J. Brown? Well, y'all see who getting him the ball. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The standard is through the roof. These other little franchises, the bar be on the floor with them. We was rebuilding last season and still made the playoffs. Second season after a rebuild, and we in the Super Bowl. The standards is through the roof. Like I said, these other little teams, they be rebuilding for your whole life. They be rebuilding and retooling for decades. They ain't got that culture embedded like we got.
They envious. They envious. The Eagles are the standard. Whether y'all want to accept that or not in the NFC East, matter of fact, the NFC right now, we pretty much the standard. So, yeah. Let them know. Let them know.
What I say about rebuilding? Who been rebuilding the whole time? Who been rebuilding for decades? A lot of little boys, a lot of little teams in the NFC East. Don't give them no credit. This ain't their day.
Exactly. This ain't y'all's day. Trigger, I know you got a lot to say about this. North Philly, my guy, go ahead and talk to the people.
Bro, I can't even put it into words right now. It's like nobody knew. We could sit up here and say, oh, I knew we was going to be here. Nobody knew. I mean, we kind of seen it at the beginning of the season. I mean, we seen a lot of teams dominating this season. So, I mean, nobody really knew. But it's just like a dream come true because we all sat through the years with the Eagles. We got there. We almost got there. Then we got there and lost. It was like, bro, it was a whole lot of heartbreak. I mean, for years. We just won one, 5 years ago? Now we back at another one. Like you said, whole different quarterback, whole different team. I mean, a couple dudes still on the team, but I mean, in all reality, this is a whole different team. Like, and we really dominated from start to finish.
Yeah,
we was the best team in the NFL from start to finish, man. It was like no question. Even the team we just played yesterday, we was better than them dudes, bro. Like I said, I was screaming all week. Y'all heard me. It's different when you gotta come to Philly and play a playoff game. It's different. Like if Brock Purdy played that whole game, they still would have lost, and probably by the same score. That dude didn't know how to handle what was going on out there. He wasn't gonna be able to handle what was going on. He wasn't gonna be able to handle Sean Reddick coming off that edge. Like that. He wasn't gonna be able to handle Sean Reddick coming off that edge like that, bro. Like that dude was playing with like purpose yesterday. Purpose, like you're not gonna block me. Nobody I put in front of me gonna block me.
I honestly feel bad for Bull. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, let's take a moment because, again, we need to go ahead and, hopefully, prayers out to my man Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Yep. This man tore his UCL, you know what I'm saying, in his elbow. Listen, they threw this kid into the bright stage, hyped this man up. The 49ers came to the link, disrespecting Rocky, Oh, y'all didn't think that was going to be extra motivation for this team to go out there and try to smack the quarterback? Oh, yeah, I feel bad for Brock Purdy. He was set up kind of for failure. He had a target, and it is what it is.
Let's talk about it, though, because the 49ers is dead wrong. Y'all dead wrong for putting that man under center against this team. In Philadelphia, it should have been illegal. There was no chance for Brock to leave that game unwounded. Come on now. Keep it a buck. Hassan Reddick was foaming at the mouth, spit, falling and drooling out his mouth, headed to the sidelines. He had them crazy eyes. I've never seen him look like that. They was dead wrong for putting that inexperienced. It's not even on Brock. He don't have the experience. He has not seen a defensive line that was coming after him. He hasn't seen that pressure pack. They dead wrong for putting that man under center. They were better off signing somebody, a veteran free agent who has seen something before. Y'all dead wrong. Dead.
And then they backup came in and found out too. So yeah, I don't want to hear none of this sympathy garbage for the 49ers about how they didn't have a quarterback. Listen, the main objective, anytime my defense steps on the field, take the quarterback out the game. And I support that mission from my defense, period. And they did it twice. So listen, I ain't got no sympathy for no 49er fans either up in here.
Exactly. Go ahead, Trey.
It's different because I don't feel like Kyle Shanahan even did nothing to protect that dude, like at all. Like trying to block Hassan Reddick with a backup tight end. That's how you got your quarterback hurt. Your tackles can't even stop this dude. You gonna put a backup tight end on him? Disrespectful. He made you pay for it. We call this dude like a mastermind coaching. But once he get tight, some dudes fold. Andy Reid fold when they get tight. All these great coaches we become, a lot of them fold when they get tight. Nick Sirianni, Staggy, none of them dudes never folded. This whole playoff run, bro. They stayed steady. They stuck to what they know, and that's why we here right now.
And honestly, Kyle Scamahan, because that's what I've been calling him, a scam. Where in the world did this man get the label of some genius adjustment maker, some genius offensive mind? Last time I checked, Kyle's rings are non-existent. Kyle's hand is ringless. If he was some genius mastermind, how does he keep getting stopped in the playoffs? Right. I thought masterminds' minds can't be cracked. He didn't have a quarterback. Well, let's go back.
Let me go ahead and let me defend Shanahan real quick. Because again, I'm not. Listen, there was a clear at the start of this game. There was a talent mismatch. Anybody that thought that Brock Purdy, and I'm looking at their offensive line compared to our D line. Our D line destroyed their offensive line. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the Eagles have a rotation at D line. It's like once them boys start getting tired, we got a whole new wave coming in. So listen, I can't put that on Shanahan because listen, yes, the man then went through 5 quarterbacks that look like we didn't saw.
Okay, but notion. Scamahan had the MVP in Matt Ryan in 2015 and threw a 28-3 lead. Scamahan blew that lead to the Chiefs up 24-10 in the Super Bowl. Scamahan has had quarterbacks and Scamahan has been scamming. Yeah, you get a pass for having Brock Purdy, but you have had quarterbacks and you've had loaded teams in the past. The Niners have always been in this position. For the last couple of years, Scamahan has had the Niners in the playoffs. He's had the Niners in the championship, but he's never won. So why is he labeled a genius? Geniuses have hardware. He has nothing but the coattails of his daddy that he been riding on.
Ouch. Hey, listen, I ain't even going to defend that. 49er fans, y'all on y'all own on that. But listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, listen, I ain't going to associate genius with that man by any means. But to say, listen, with the patchwork he was given this year, I mean, listen, I'm not going to put that all on Shanahan the way his quarterbacks folded up. But yeah, that genius talk, yeah, y'all 49er fans got some.
If you look
Before
back
this
at
game,
history,
all I've been hearing is, they got Shanahan is the king of adjustments, not giving Nick Sirianni no respect. All I've been hearing from the media is Scamahan this, is Scamahan that, and they better watch out for Scamahan. And they might have Brock Purdy, but they got Scamahan. Dude, give our dude who was going for it on a 4th and 4, sticking to his gutsy game plan early on, some credit. Give Nick Sirianni some credit, who turned a 2-5 team around and turned it to a playoff team.
Facts.
Damn right.
bro, we out physical these dudes. It ain't had nothing to do with like game planning, nothing like that. We just lined up and just punched them in their mouth the whole game. Whole game, bro. The whole game. They couldn't even get their run game off the ground, like at all. And you know that's their staple. They start running the ball, play action. They couldn't get into none of their offense. Like, even before Brock Purdy went down, it looked like that was gonna be that kind of day. Bro, it's just like the energy in that area just like, we gonna blow these dudes out. We gonna blow them out. San Francisco fans wasn't even that confident. They were just talking because we was talking. To be honest, like, you ain't gonna stand there and just punch me in my face. I'm gonna talk back too. But they knew they wasn't gonna win this game. I swear they knew they would. A 49ers fan actually told me out their mouth, "Your team way better than ours." I said, I know.
Yeah.
I know we way better than yours. But
I don't even think a lot of Niners fans wasted their money to go to the game, bro. Like, I heard it wasn't even decked out with Niner fans like that. As much as they were talking,
there, bro. It was like little scavengers, like, but it was all green down there. It was all green down there. 49ers fans ain't even waste their time coming down here for real. It was a few of them, but it wasn't enough for them to make no noise in that stadium. Bro, it was like live out there. Like live. I love my city, man.
Yeah, I love my city, man. Go ahead. Bird Game, before I pass the notion. Bird Game, your thoughts on going back to the Super Bowl.
Hey, man, I told all you guys. I told the millions and millions of Eagles fans that we were winning the Super Bowl this year before the season started. So you know how I feel. I feel lit. All the hate from everywhere. How about our quarterback ain't this? Our team ain't that. The Niners going to come in here and blow you guys out. I told you we're going to blow out the Niners.
We did. Bird Gang said we're going to blow them out. They was calling him crazy.
There are levels to this. And nobody in these playoffs was going to ever be on that level. So I told you guys this, and I fully believe not even KC's on the level. We're about to blow them out too. You know, it's going to be 3 games where the Eagles win over 21 points. Mark my words. It's coming.
Exactly. Listen, y'all. And let's be real to everybody in the chat. Let's be real. We have been officially dubbed the best team in the NFC. It's official. It's official. I mean, let's look at all the divisions right here, right now, before we react to our game. Let's see. Detroit Lions, they're in the come up. I'll give them that. Minnesota, trash. Green Bay, rebuilding. Let's see. Bears, it is what it is. NFC West. Rams, rebuild. Seahawks, they okay, but rebuild. Let's see. Arizona, they got a Kyler Murray problem. 49ers, y'all got a quarterback problem. NFC South, the worst division in football. Do I really got to say anything about these?
Nothing about them bottom feeders.
Exactly. Nothing. And then there's our division. Washington Commanders, y'all trash. Y'all garbage. In the words of my sister, y'all ain't shit. And I mean that. Oh, trust me, you won't be the only people I say that about. You won't be the same people about. So Washington, take a step back. Giants, because I saw y'all in the chat and Cool Cat Mitch with me, MK Mitch Kowalski. I saw y'all in the chat. But let me remind you, blue and white people, we own y'all. We own the New York Giants. We got a penthouse in the hills of New Jersey, New York. Y'all, we own y'all. We own Eli and we own Danny. Sit your 5 ass down before I make some change, because you ain't shit. So you move to the side. And then, of course, there's my favorite people, them little boys.
Well, we took another L. Hey, Shout out to the Eagles, man. We beat ourselves, man. We beat ourselves. You see, it was some stuff that I saw that I really hated, man. The sense of urgency when we was behind was bad. I look at it like when you shortcoming of a goal, right? You fight for something all year, and then you get to the end of it, and you drop it, you lose it, right? And I can't help but to think to it all and say, we just was not prepared. The prepared mind. What the hell, son of a bitch? You fat motherfucker! Wow. I'm about to you see everything in this. You saw them run the hell off the field, didn't you? The fucking ref was in the way! Look at this!
Y'all not even on our level no more, Cowboys. You guys not even on our level. Y'all not on our level. Y'all got a Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy problem. If Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy don't get y'all to the Super Bowl, Mike McCarthy's going to be out of there. Dak Prescott's going to be out of there. Y'all going to be rebuilding. Trayvon Diggs not following y'all. You're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay CD. You're going to have to pay Mike Parsons. Y'all got a whole lot of people to deal with. And Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, that old hat, won't be able to pay none of them because he's cheap. Let's be real. He's cheap. He's cheap. So they, at the end of the day, before I pass on the notion, Eagles Nation, and I need a solo cam for this. I need a solo cam for this so I can say this. Eagles Nation, enjoy this because you will be running the NFC East, and the entire National Football League for a very, very long time. And if there's anybody in the court that even thinks that their team is going to do anything next year, step up. Step up. We want to hear from you. I will send you the link and I want to hear from you. Please tell me why your team won't be next year and why the Philadelphia Eagles will remain on top of this conference. Go ahead, Notion.
Who run it?
I'm about to break that trend. I'm about to go back to back on
that. They fired Kellen Moore like he was the problem.
Exactly. This is a team we're talking about right now.
The quarterback turned the ball over like 15 times.
Just fired their offensive coordinator. We listen. We all know that this is a Cowboys team, right? This is you might as well call it what it is. They're in a rebuild right now. As we all know, the Eagles have been to the Super Bowl now twice in a total of 5-year span. The Cowboys are still trying to figure it out, still trying to figure out how to mold and try to make their team like ours. Listen, that's their Super Bowl was firing Kellen Moore, their offensive coordinator. That is a shame. Now, we know that they've trolled us for years, telling us we needed to think about drafting a quarterback and all of this other stuff. Oh, next year about to be fun. They need to start drafting a quarterback in Dallas because their quarterback looked like cheeks this year. I don't want to hear it no more for the upcoming time being Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott in the same conversation, period. There's levels to this, like my man BG was telling y'all. And Dak Prescott ain't sniffed even being in the same, I guess, on the same field as a presentation of one of these. So I ain't trying to hear it from the Dak haters or from the Dak fans. All y'all know, y'all need to start looking for y'all's new team. Again, like my man Cool Cat said, the Eagles are taking over the NFC. Whether you like it or not, y'all gonna have to deal with it. Hey, I'm ready for this Super Bowl business. I don't know what to tell y'all besides go Birds. There's a new sheriff in town, Jalen Hurts, and the Eagles have taken over this NFC. It is what it is.
Yeah, go ahead, Simone. You want to say it? You want to say something?
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Reborn Soul Vibes for the super chat. Yep. So they said we're about to be the team with the least amount of points given up. Let me just say this. We knew what was up. We knew Daniel Jones wasn't she, and we knew Brock Purdy wasn't she. But these fans, the media, try to act like Daniel Jones was going to be some type of test or contest for us. That is straight up disrespectful. First of all, the disrespect is out of this world. They try to compare Daniel Jones to Jalen Hurts. Disrespectful. Immensely.
Some of them say he better than Hurts.
Then after we embarrassed Daniel Jones for the second time this season, after we messed with that man's money, because you know what? They was prepared to lock this dude up for a minute. Now we got to second guess the Daniel Jones paycheck. Then they had us thinking Brock Purdy. They really disrespected our defense, and they disrespected Jalen Hurts, thinking this Niners game was going to be a contest. And when Brock Purdy was in that game, for however long he was in that game, it was absolutely no contest. Yes, it was a contest against the little boys. But as we had to remind the Giants about the Vikings, we obviously had to remind the Niners that we ain't the little boys. Now, Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo should be sending us thank you letters for giving them a little bit of job security, because them boys going to have to go back to camp and fight for their spot. We allowed 14 points
in 2 games
on the road to the Super Bowl. We scored 69 points. We played the number 1 defense. We played the toughest defense we were going to have to face going to the Super Bowl, and dropped 30 plus on them boys. 69 points to 14 points in 2 games.
And you know what's even worse, Mom?
There's levels.
You know what's even worse? The Chiefs defense is ass, bro. Oh my! They got 3 rookies starting that corner. Not 1, they got 3. Oh, we about to have our way with that defense. Oh my God!
I'm asking. I'm gonna ask. I'm asking. I'm begging. Someone in the chat tell me I'm not wrong when I say the Philadelphia Eagles will be running this conference, our division, and the NFL for a long time. I need someone to tell me why I'm wrong. Because look at your conference. Look at your division. If this was the AFC, I will be 100% agree with y'all. Patrick Mahomes is not in the NFC. Joe Burrow is not in the NFC. Josh Allen is not in the NFC. Jamar, all these quarterbacks, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, none of them are in the NFC. Tom Brady is going to retire. Aaron Rodgers is going to be traded. You got nobody standing between you and destiny. Who should we be afraid of? Daniel Jones? Brock Purdy?
The NFL shift every year, though. That's the only problem about that cool cat. And that's probably why they're saying that, because the NFL does shift every year.
I know that.
We have Jalen Hurts. The Eagles ain't shifting.
What if Aaron Rodgers coming out of the division? What if he a Cowboy after this? You never know. The NFL shift every year. It's going to be hard to stay on top for a long time. Like had that Patriots type run.
The fact that the NFL shifts every year, and especially every offseason, that just shows how much more impressive it is that even through all the changes in not only the NFL, but in the Eagles organization, we're back on top within 5 years after all that changed. That's what I'm saying. That's a culture that we established.
That's a fast turnaround. That don't really happen to everybody.
We've been in the playoffs 6 out of the last 7 years.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
The little boys have had some great teams in the last 2 decades. They've had some Super Bowl caliber teams. But you know what the little boys don't have? A winning culture.
Do you understand that we got a team that has went through? We got a baby goat of a coach right now, Nick Sirianni. We got rid of Andy Reid. We know he's legendary. We got rid of Doug Peterson. I mean, we saw what he brought. Now we got Nick Sirianni. All in this same time, Dallas, you got organizations like Dallas, like Washington. But I think, I don't even know. Since we fired Andy Reid, has New York done anything? Have we
didn't they
rebuilt?
win it? I think they won
Was
the
that
Super Bowl.
after Andy Reid?
I was gonna say, what year did we fire Andy? I know the Giants won the Super Bowl.
2012. 2012. After the 2012 season.
I'm just saying, we're doing a whole lot of, going through these goats of coaches, and you got desperate teams that, again, they still haven't figured it out. So, yeah, no, as an organization, again, we got it at least in a positive side, and that speaks to culture, and that speaks to that organization. Shout out to Howie Roseman, by the way.
Bro,
Most wins,
I just need y'all to know.
since
I
2000,
just
baby.
need y'all to know what this do to the city right now. Like, the city is on fire right now. If y'all would have been out there last night, oh my God, bro. Y'all would have had so much. Like, look, the city on fire right now. We win this chip, it might be like World War III down here. I'm not even gonna lie, because everybody coming outside.
I ain't
Everybody
following no
coming
light
outside.
pole. I need my neck.
Exactly.
Everybody's gonna be
Y'all and
outside.
Simone, they
It's gonna
climbing up
it's
them
gonna be a
light poles
whole.
like they Spider-Man.
I hopped on a chair at the Eagles bar and I was fighting for my life on that chair. So I already know I ain't gonna make
Take
it.
it easy, Simone. Don't go that turned out. We need you on the show. Don't be that turned out.
Oh
But
my
hey,
The city's just different right now, bro.
yep.
I can't see us losing the Super Bowl. The city like different right now. I felt this in 17, bro. Like everybody like happy, like it just feel like it's our year. Like it feel like it's our year. It don't matter who get in front of us. We gonna beat them.
It felt like it's our year, week 1, Trey. Week 1. It
It
was a
felt
wrap.
like our year draft night when we traded for
Last year.
AJ Brown.
Yeah,
When we lost
right.
that Tampa Bay
Y'all
game,
feel
we knew
different?
this year we coming with that 5.
Do y'all feel different going into this Super Bowl than we did in 2017 with Nick
I
Foles and
feel-
company?
Yes.
The similarities are just so crazy, y'all, because in 2017, Doug Peterson was in his second year as head coach. Nick Sirianni in his second year as head coach. We was going up against a dynasty team in the AFC in the Patriots at the time. Now we're going up against the dynasty team in the AFC now, which has been the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
We're going up against a well-experienced GOAT of a head coach and Andy Reid. We was going up against Bill Belichick. The script writers wrote a hell of a script on this one because the
Full
similarities are just out of the world.
They wrote it so good though. They wrote it so good. Now they got people screaming it's rigged. Why it gotta be rigged? Because we winning. It's
I
crazy.
can't even lie, y'all. Come on now. I don't think it's rigged. I definitely don't think it's rigged. But the similarities is out of this world.
And then we going against our former head coach in the Super Bowl.
Right.
That's
Travis
crazy.
Kelce and Jason Kelce.
That is a good one.
You got the brothers, yeah.
The two
There's a
black
lot
a
of-
great story right there. That's
Right.
a great storyline.
Exactly, man. Now let's talk about how we got here, man. The Philadelphia Eagles destroyed, murdered, beat the holy crap out of the San Francisco 49ers 31-7. Eagles Nation, I want to salute the best fans in America. I felt y'all for the TV. That plate was turned up. So let's talk about how we got here. We're going to end the show by giving us our first thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll do our preview and prediction next week. So we'll get our early thoughts on the Chiefs after we talk about our game first. So, Notre Dame, your thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles murdering the San Francisco 49ers?
Well, again, this was the number one defense, apparently, coming into this game. And the Eagles put up 31 points on this defense. Listen, if that don't tell you something about our O-line and just the physical approach, we ran it. How many touchdowns? I think we had like 4 offensive touchdowns running the ball on this team. Completely took this team out of their will, out of their element. Listen, we watching us.
No,
No, to you froze. Okay,
He's
Simone?
speechless, y'all. He's speechless.
Simone?
Again, like I said, the disrespect that we had coming into this game, there was absolutely no way this team was losing to Brock Purdy. And again, no disrespect to you, Brock Purdy, but you weren't ready for this pressure pack that we was bringing. You could have asked Daniel Jones, He would have told you. And again, the Niners ought to be a goddamn shame of putting that inexperienced boy behind under center going up against this pressure pack. I honestly felt bad for Brock Purdy that he even had to face us. We had to remind them who run it. Because even after we destroyed the Giants, and again, the Giants, there was no contest for us. We already knew that. Now, I didn't know it was going to be 38-7, but we knew the Giants was no match for us. But apparently, the media and the little Giants fans thought they stood a chance. So we had to put our foot on their neck and remind them who run it. We had to put fear in the Niners' hearts, and we had to put fear in the AFC team's hearts. We go on to the Niners, and I can understand a little bit more why they thought the Niners were going to be close. I thought it was going to be close because I thought they was toting this big, bad defense, right? I had no mind imagine us dropping 30 plus on the Niners defense, but I knew for sure we was not letting Brock Purdy beat us. And the fact that the media even thought that was a question disturbed my spirit. So again, we had to put our foot. Sorry, Brock Purdy, it had to be you. Sorry, Johnson, you had to come in that game like that. But we had to, again, remind the league who run it. That's how I feel.
Woo!
Exactly. Notion, you back? Trey?
Bro, we y'all ever seen a team like dominate like we did the last two games? It was like domination. Like Fred Warner and Greenlaw, two of the best linebackers in the NFL. We made these dudes look below average. And it's really Jalen. It's like, bro, you freezing them linebackers like that, my dog? That's crazy. Like, bro, the coaching staff's so smart because the 49ers defense is like they like naturally aggressive. He had these dudes thinking the whole game. And we didn't have like a great passing game. Like we didn't have a great game through the air. But what we did to these dudes on the ground, like we humiliated them. We going back and they like scrapping everything they had, and they gonna start fresh. Like, damn, now we got a game plan for like with these dudes, because it's gonna be us in the 49ers for a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Once Garoppolo or Trey Lance, once they get a stable quarterback back there, it's gonna be us in the 49ers fighting for this conference for like I give it the next 3 years. So I mean, like I said, they got great defensive players over there. It's just the game plan that we brought. We was way more physical than them. Mm-hmm. We made them linebackers think. That was their strength for their defense. It's Bosa and them two linebackers. Bro, Jalen Hurts had these dudes thinking the whole game. Everything we did, it was like a read option element so we can freeze them. And by the time they can react, Kelsey and all them all on their ass already. So it's like, yo, bro, it was a great game plan. We beat these dudes up on the ground. This number one defense y'all kept talking about, they really went up against a good football team, like a great football team. Mm-hmm. And that's what great football teams do. They dominate. So y'all can scream the Brock Purdy thing, but our offense ain't even really do amazing this week.
Nope.
Facts.
They ain't do nothing like special.
They ain't do
nothing
nothing
special. We only had like 2 passes over 20 yards. Mm-hmm. Over. So like we ain't do nothing special. We just dominated y'all. We showed y'all we the better football team. Now
60 minutes.
Let me talk to the 49ers fans real quick, because that's who I want to talk to.
Hold on, let me give you your solo cam. Hold on, get him.
All week, what I was telling y'all dudes, it's gonna be different when y'all come down to the link. Y'all was playing out. It wasn't even cold though. That's the crazy part. It was kind of nice outside. So we didn't have the cold advantage. The advantage we had was we a way better football team. We well coached just like y'all, but we got dogs on offense and defense. I was telling y'all this all week. Y'all was chatting. Now everybody not here no more. Where y'all at? Come holler at me. I'm still in the same spot. One Tree Rock. Hit my stuff up. I got it.
Hey, there you go. Now, Notion, you were saying before you froze.
Nah, pretty much y'all all pretty much spoke on it. Again, we all saw that the number one defense, we pretty much took care of that. And by doing that, we didn't do nothing special. Like, I mean, y'all got to understand that on the offensive side, on the offensive line, and one of the things I am concerned with is this Landon Dickerson, injury. I think that might play a part. But this team on the O-line, we're watching legendary. I mean, I'm telling y'all, like, we got this man, Lane Johnson out here playing through a groin injury. I mean, Jason Kelsey. Look, we're watching a lot of legends on this line, and it starts up front, and it's really good to see just how this team is just taking it all in. Again, pretty much destroyed the number one defense, if you ask me, by playing chess, moving their linebacker pieces around. Again, 0 sacks for Joey Bosa. This is the person they crowning as the defensive player of the year. So to see Mulata out there handling his business, all of this stuff is just, I mean, this is legendary stuff we talking. Again, what is it? Mulata wasn't even supposed to be. He was a rugby player. And now this man out here clamping up defensive players of the year. So again, I don't know what to say besides we watching stuff on the offensive side, legendary. We seeing a whole different type of pressure on the defensive side, and it's amazing to watch. So at the end of the day, listen, I'm not shocked by it because we've been in this situation before. We played against the number one run defense in the Saints last year, shut that nonsense up, did the same thing pretty much with the number one defense this year. So this is just what you expect great teams to do. I know we got a tough task next week, but like Trey Rock told y'all, that defense in Kansas City, I'm sorry, but the Niners got a way better defense than that. And I think they're going to take care of them handily.
BG? Go ahead, Simone. Go ahead, Simone.
BG.
Yeah, go ahead, BG. My bad.
Hey, all good, guys. All good. We are excited because we should be. We got that team. We are them Bulls. And one thing about it is the Eagles have always been the whole season star killers. No stars have ever really done anything. I remember all week they're like, you haven't seen CMC, Debo.
Yeah.
These boys going to go do their thing. No. No stars do nothing against this defense. We have a legendary defense. We are 5 sacks away from the most sacks ever, in a season, including the playoffs. So we're something special, man. And those Niners just really thought they were going to come in here puffing their chest. And we showed them what time it was. Man. And I'm so proud of my boys.
Bro, this how you know. This how you know this defense is nasty. We got Blankenship out there looking like an all-pro safety. He on everything. Every tackle. He was on damn near every tackle yesterday. Avonte Maddox, the game plan be so different when Avonte Maddox not in the game, bro. You know Gannon got 100% trust in this dude. He's sending this dude down there every other play. He blitzing him from the slot. Bro, Gardner Johnson coming back. Oh my God, bro. Listen, we going into the Super Bowl like almost 100% healthy. Almost 100% healthy, defense and offense. So it's like, bro, I don't see no team that's going to be able to line up for 4 quarters and beat us. And beat us how we playing right now.
There's only one team that can do it, Trey. That's it, just one. There's only one left.
I love Pat Mahomes. He's a great quarterback, but his offensive line is ass too. I don't feel like they're going to be able to block us. They're going to try to do all these little short passes and all that, try to work us down the field. But all that dropping back 7 steps and running around, he's not going to be able to do that against his defense. Because them boys coming, and his offensive line is cheese. So,
people forget about how earlier in the season when we had Charlie Gardner-Johnson and Maddox in the lineup, that's when our defense was shut down completely. Like, we had a great defensive year, but either the rest of that year we had one of them out and the other one out, whichever one we didn't really have both of them back in there to lock in and fully fulfill that 11-man defensive starter. And man, he's a big difference. Maddox coming back in there, CJ going back to safety, man. No one's going to be able to touch you boys from here on out. And everybody was always talking about, but these teams are going to go to the next level in the playoffs, man. No one thought about how much better the Eagles were going to be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
No one thought about 3 games for Sue, who really wants another championship. Limbaugh, who came in for a championship. Bradbury, who came in. All these Bulls that came in. Hassan Reddick with the discount. No one thought how much better are they going to play in the playoffs, and you're starting to see what happened. These boys are out there and they're attacking at a high level, man. Reddick should be defensive player of the year, period. Like, this guy's amazing. I don't even think I've seen another, defensive end / linebacker that's been this explosive over the last 10 games, man. The boy's out there on a mission, and he feels really disrespected. So Mahomes better watch out next week.
You know what else disrespectful? Nick Sirianni not getting considered for like coach of the year. Like he didn't even get a consideration.
Exactly.
I said, what? The best team in
Crazy.
the NFL, best record in the NFL, you don't even get considered as coach of the year,
Right.
bro.
Right.
There's so many
What?
chips on our back right now. Like it's like you said, Hassan Reddick should have been defensive player of the year this year. He had games where we had 3 sacks in like multiple games. I think like 5 games he had three sacks. Like bro, like he was changing games. He was forcing fumbles, everything. I understand Bosa had like more sacks and all that, but it's like, bro, he was a game changer.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick was a game changer for us this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with that being said, that's why I honestly don't even expect Jalen Hurts is going to get MVP. We're going to get snubbed. It's going to go to Patty or something like that. It ain't going to go to Mahomes.
Patty
Go
can
to
get it if
Hurts.
Jalen going offensive player of the year.
But why do you hate Philly so much? That's the crazy part. Like if that was any other coach, it would have been like the Cowboys
They
coach.
hate
They would
Nick
at least been in
Sirianni because he
consideration.
all bobbing his head and all exciting. That's crazy.
I
But
know
go ahead,
Nick a
someone
real
want
one
to say
'cause
something?
he got them kids in line. The way Nick Sirianni got 3 little kids in line, I know how he got a chokehold on that locker room. Them kids so well behaved.
Uh-huh.
They look scared to act up. I've never seen 3 little kids that size so well behaved in those type of situations they be in after the game press conference. So I know he be tight in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I see all these people in the comments saying 40-3,
Chiefs 40-3.
all this stuff.
That's what they
Why?
keep saying
I know,
all
I know
playoff
why.
long.
I know why. Because you're one of the people that said, the Philadelphia Eagles ain't beat nobody good. We ain't beat nobody
But
good.
it's crazy how before we play the team, they predict the team to beat us. And then after we play them, oh, y'all didn't play nobody. But y'all picked the Giants over us. And then we didn't play nobody. But y'all picked the 49ers. And now we ain't play nobody.
Listen,
What
I
sense
already,
does that make?
And the
I
Saints
done told
are
a lot of
the
people,
Kiwi.
y'all really sounding like some NFL fan thoughts out here cheering for new teams
Uh-huh.
every single week. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
crazy, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Cheer for your own fan, cheer for your own squad. If y'all ain't in it, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the game of football. It's that simple. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. Y'all ain't battle testing. Y'all haven't faced no one like Patrick Mahomes. Y'all ain't faced nobody like the MVP Patrick Mahomes. I can't
But
wait.
yo, the fact that we imposed our will, because it was a struggle early on.
Mm-hmm.
We imposed our will. We felt them. They are a legit defense, and they played a legitimate game.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Our offense is just way more legitimate. Like AJ Brown had 3 catches in the past 2 games. We've scored 69 points. I believe AJ Brown has had 5 catches in the past 2 games.
5 catches, yeah.
5 catches, and we scored. The multiple ways that we have to win. Kenneth Gainwell had more yards than Miles Sanders this game. Kenneth Gainwell had more yards than Miles Sanders last game. Jalen Hurts didn't play anywhere near his best game. Again, that defense is legit. They was taking his legs away early in that game. That is not something the Chiefs are going to be able to do. We're going to be able to have the full dual threatness of Jalen Hurts versus that Chiefs defense.
Have the
Like I
Chiefs
said,
played anybody
it's
with
the fact that everybody healthy. I mean,
Fact.
besides like Blaine, I mean, he's still fighting his little battle. Her shoulder probably hurt a little, but other than that, everybody else healthy. Like the team we started with week 1 is the team we taking into the Super Bowl. It's like, bro, you don't really get that. You don't really get that. So let's go. And the Chiefs beat up right now. They real beat up. Even their quarterback beat up. Like they all beat up, and we like relatively healthy. So, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a long day for them dudes.
Yep. Now let's go ahead and grade everybody. Jalen freaking Hurts, his performance. For those who don't know, hey, it is what it is with Jalen. He was 15 to 25 for 121 yards, 4.8 average, no touchdowns, no picks, sack 1 time, and a 72.3 rating. So, notion, what grade would you give Jalen freaking Hurts for this game?
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm being extra sweet today. Everybody, the whole team getting A pluses today. I don't care
Yep.
that Jalen Hurts, listen, had 15 and 25 passing record, whatever that QBR garbage stat says. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this man led his team to the Super Bowl with 0 turnovers, got the job done, ran the ball in when he needed to, stuck to the run game, didn't get cute. Oh yeah, he getting the A+ from me for that man right there making it to the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna tell you right now, hey, we can go down this line. I'm gonna make it pretty simple for the day. Everybody getting A+ from me. So we're gonna start off with Jalen Hurts. A+ he gets from here.
There you go, Simone.
A+. Like I keep saying, this was the best defense that Jalen has played all season long. This was top 3 best defense Jalen Hurts has played since starting in the NFL. This was the biggest stage Jalen has been on in the NFL. One of the biggest stages he's been on in his football career. And the man did not put the ball in danger. The man did what he had to do on the scrambles, running out of bounds, throwing the ball out of bounds, keeping the ball protected when it was nothing there, navigating this defense, not trying to do too much, but doing what needed to be done. I'm super impressed from Jalen Hurts, from his poiseness in this game, because that could have been something that you could have been looking out for. Jalen hasn't been on this stage before. We talking about Brock Purdy's inexperience. Jalen hasn't had that experience either. Brock Purdy going up against our defense, which is ferocious. Again, this is one of the best defense Jalen has played as well. So I'm super, super, super proud of the way that he handled this test, because shout out again to the Niners defense. It was a very big struggle early on, and they really showed their dominance throughout the game. And that was a true test for this whole offense, getting that done. So he gets an A for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm with you guys. He gets an A+ for me. Hey, I don't care if Jalen Hurts had 121 passing yards. You know what he done? He won. He's going to the Super Bowl with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, both of his best friends, his besties, ride or die and brothers in arms. I don't give a. He can pass for no yards. He's going to the Super Bowl. I'm proud. I have been a supporter of this kid since day one. It is what it is. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say. I gave him the nickname that's sweeping the nation of Jalen Freaking. And not one of y'all in the chat believe in your boy. But God did. Salute to the super chat, by the way. God did. And now look at him. Him, his best friend, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith are all going to the Super Bowl. And mark my words, because I'm going to say this multiple times. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. I said it. Book it. Print it. Write it down. We're winning the Super Bowl. Go ahead, Trey. Jalen Hurts.
I'm going to give him an A. Look, this is the playoffs. Don't nobody care about stats right now. We trying to win. Oh, you putting points on the board? I mean, our defense dominated. The game wasn't really called for Jalen Hurts to, really even throw the football that much. It's like, but we was gashing them in the run game the whole game. Defense turning the ball over, giving us short fields. We jumped up on them early, and they like, what y'all expect them to throw for 500 yards? Like, come on, bro. Like, even the last game, they cried about, oh, Jalen Hurts only threw 400. So that's all he had to do.
Exactly.
That's all he had to do. Now, we down by 2 touchdowns. He's going to have to sling the pill around, and he can't get it done. That's cool, but we was dominating these dudes. It's like we was dominating them. So he get an A for me, bro. You got us to the Super Bowl. That's all we asked for from the beginning of the season. He could have threw for 30 yards in that game. I wouldn't have cared. As long as we won. As long as we won, bro. He didn't turn the football over. What we've been saying all week. You can't turn the football over against this 49ers team. He didn't turn the football. He didn't even come close to turning the football over. So, he get an A from me, man. I respect him. Respect dude to death, man. Let's get this Super Bowl.
Exactly. This guy over here said Eagles are going to be lucky because Mahomes injured.
What?
Okay,
Is that the next excuse coming?
Who not injured?
Jalen's injured, guy.
Jalen's injured.
His shoulder is hurt.
Jalen injured. And Lane injured.
Chauncey Gardner
Who not
Johnson
injured at this point of the season? A lot of dudes beat up.
A
Everybody.
lot of us are injured. But 3 games.
Go ahead, Bird Game.
3 games. Jalen Hurts get an A++ for me, man. And like you look at the 121, but like we talked about earlier, look what he did to that defense. Why the rest of these Bulls, these running backs, all got a touchdown apiece? You know what I'm saying? Sharing touchdowns on that running game because he changes the whole complexity of the game, the offense. He made key plays when he needed to with his arm, and he controlled that run game the whole game. So Jalen Hurts definitely is that Bull. He's definitely get A+ for me, man. Can't say too much.
Exactly. All these people with all these excuses. I can't wait to hear all these excuses when the Chiefs run through y'all.
That's what they said about the Niners.
Y'all said the same. Let me tell you, y'all say the same
Are you a
thing
Chiefs fan, John B, or are you a Cowboys fan?
No, he's an Eagles hater. Like 90% of these
Bro,
this
he hate us so
NFL.
Yeah,
much.
you just must be an Eagle hater. I got you.
Y'all said the same thing about the Lions, Minnesota, the Jaguars, the Washington Commanders, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, the Steelers, the 49ers, the Giants. You said everything, the same thing about all these teams that we faced. What happened? We're going to the Super Bowl. Simple as that. Y'all can hate all you want. You ain't stopping our joy. You really ain't. Let's exactly. Let's get to the playmakers, wide receivers for me get an A+. I love A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I love the both of them. Devontae Smith with that one-handed catch. Man, I love him. Dallas Goedert, A+. All the running backs, Kenneth, Boston, Miles Sanders, A+. Everybody y'all get an A+. So go ahead, Notion.
Oh yeah, again, you already know everybody getting an A+. But
damn right.
Let's talk about this catch real quick because I've been getting a lot of slack for defending this catch, and I'm sure there might be some Eagle fans that thought it was not a catch. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't see enough clear evidence on the tape or the footage to say that it was not a catch. So last time I checked, I mean, listen, the Niners had a chance to challenge it if they really thought such.
Exactly.
But again, there was some clarity issues there. So, I ain't trying to hear it. It was a catch in the discussion. And even if it wasn't, that was not the sole reason why the Niners lost that game.
Exactly.
Anyway. Period. It was a catch. That's all I'm going to drop on that.
Y'all, I'm a little dramatic woman. I'm a little dramatic, y'all. And, we had some little.
Oh, you can give out your grade, Simone, by the way, too.
On that catch, y'all, I almost shed a tear, y'all. And I know I'm dramatic. But y'all, Devontae Smith, baby. Devontae Smith. Catch or no catch. The athleticism, the awareness, the eye control, the understanding of the moment. Let me remind y'all that this is also the biggest stage that Devontae has been on, going up against one of the best defenses he has faced since being in the NFL. His undersizedness, but playing just such a mighty of a man, even though he's a smaller tot. The amazingness from this dude, since he has came to Philly, Devontae Smith has left no doubt. He has left no doubt. And again, whether it was a catch or not a catch, the fact that he hauled that in just makes me so excited for the future, because the fact that he extended and got that ball, whether it hit the ground or not, just the capabilities of this man. And let me go back to Kyle Scamahan. Because when we forced that turnover on Brock Purdy, our coach, threw the challenge flag. It was a 4-pass or a fumble. He threw the challenge flag. He knew this moment. He knew how much points were probably going to be coming at a premium in this game, given the defense that we were playing. Kyle Scamahan, you've been doing this longer than Nick Sirianni. Why didn't you throw the challenge flag? Why was you second guessing? Because you thought it was a catch too.
Mm-hmm. It was a catch. It
was a catch. So I guess A+ for the wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs, right, Simone?
Yes, and again, Devontae Smith has a special place in my heart because when he came out the draft, it was a whole lot of wide receivers coming out. They wanted to talk all that G about Devontae being undersized and boom, boom, boom. Can he be an X receiver? Can he be a wide out? Can he be a wide receiver one? We bring in A.J. Brown, a big body dude. Love their relationship, but this dude has solidified his place on this team and on this offense, regardless of his size. Don't play with him.
Yep.
I'm
Trey?
Bro, we got 2 top 10, potential top 5 wide receivers, like on both ends. And they're going to be going up against rookie cornerbacks next week.
Wow.
Not that giggle.
Rookie cornerbacks. Oh, my God, I can't wait. This might be Jalen's best passing game of the season. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got him putting up like 400 on. If we cooking them though, we probably gonna start running the football. But you know, if it come to that, and him and Pat Mahomes going blow for blow, I feel like this is gonna be an amazing throwing game for Jalen Hurts. Playmakers. Overall, they get an A+ from me. They held it down all season. I mean, all season. Oh, even when there was times the offense was struggling to pick it up, there always is one of our playmakers that made a play to spark the game a little bit. If either it was AJ, Devontae, Goddard, Miles, bro, it's like it all go hand in hand, man. Jalen Hurts not Jalen Hurts without them. They're not them without Jalen Hurts. It's like, bro, it's a full team effort. So if we're gonna give Jalen an A+, we got to get them dudes that too. And even in this game, they didn't have a big impact in the passing game, but they was out there blocking their asses off. They was blocking their ass. AJ blocking his ass off. Devontae, Goddard. I seen Quez out there with some good blocks. I was like, yo, y'all out here. And nobody crying about it. Nobody crying about it. All right, we ain't getting the football. We're going to do what we can to win this game. So, I mean, like, I just love, like, the chemistry and camaraderie. It's like, bro, this team is just made for these moments. We made for these moments. So they all getting an A+ from me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nelson.
I just want to say that everybody notices this is an unselfish team. Like we ain't got divas on this team. We ain't got nobody that's like we saw AJ Brown. We know he has the passion to want the ball, but he's unselfish and he'll take that back seat. So it's just crazy to watch.
Yep. Bird gang.
Yeah, I was just about to say that notion. Like these guys are so unselfish, it's unreal. You know, they understand the goal, they understand the plan, they understand the mission. And they're not letting anybody deter that mission from either one of them, man. They're out there playing at high levels. Whenever it's their turn, they're making the plays, man. They're making the plays. Like you said, we have the best receiver duel in the league. And if you want to throw Dallas Goedert the best weapons on the outside in the league right now, Dallas Goedert is definitely top 2, top 3 tight end in the league too. So, and they're all young. They got plenty more years to go. And I'm just going to be so excited to watch these guys really tear up this league for years to come. But they definitely get an A+ for me.
Yeah.
Well, watching Devontae out there, it remind me of them. Y'all remember them Colts teams with Peyton, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like,
Dallas Clark too, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Indianapolis Colts offense. And Devontae Smith, Marvin Harrison. He make all the spectacular catches. He don't take big hits. He get out of bounds. He know game situations. Like when he caught that pass, that was the fourth down and 4 when he caught that.
Yeah.
And for him to go up and
catch?
Yeah. It was
down.
fourth down. And we was at like the 29. We was on our own side of the field. So it's like, bro, it's like I said, Devontae Smith remind me so much of like how Marvin Harrison used to play. He was a small dude in stature just like him, but he was a dog when it came to that wide receiver stuff. And Devontae Smith, he's going to be a legend in Philly. He's going to be a legend in Philly.
D-Jack giving his love in the beginning of the game. So here's the torch. I'm passing it to you, Devontae. You get my torch. D-Jack was there talking to Devontae before the game. It was nice.
And then with Devontae Smith, he been in big games. Like he played for the best team in college football. He won I think he got like 3 natties with them. He got a Heisman Trophy. This dude played in big games. He played against like the Joe Burrows and all them dudes and the natties and all that. He did all that. He been on great dominant teams. Like, bro, this dude, like, he ready. He built for this.
That starts with, again, that's that organization, that cultural thinking. Like how we woke up somewhere and was like, you know what? I'm getting these players with with national spotlight talent. People that have been in these moments, been in these situations. Look at our roster. Like we got a bunch of Heisman, finalists, championship winners on this team. So a organizational thing. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just happy that we are part of that, and we truly watching things special. Devontae Smith, something special. I mean, it's amazing to watch.
And can we right now, before we get into anything else,
go ahead, Trey.
Can we stop and just really appreciate Howie Roseman right now? Like what this dude did for
Boss
us.
Cowboy, man. Salute to you, boss. What's up, man?
Salute
Boss
Cowboy. How'd you like
Salute
it?
the boss, man.
Hey,
go ahead, Trey.
You make sure y'all take notes on how to run y'all's organization. So y'all know what time it is in Dallas.
Yep. Salute the boss. But go ahead, Trey.
Really just give Howie Roseman. Can we stop and just get his dudes he deserves all the credit in the world. If he's not GM of the year this year, bro, they really hate Philadelphia, bro. They really hate Philadelphia because.
All right, before we go to the defense, go ahead and grade him, Trey. Go ahead and grade him.
We talking about turning teams around. Howie Roseman did this twice in 5 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Did it 2 times in 5 years. If he's not one of the greatest GMs in NFL history, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people you could put up there for real. Bro, this is crazy. He did it twice. Our first team, remember, he drafted Carson. We was balling with Sam. We was about to go into the season playing with Sam Bradford, bro. Sam Bradford, Sammy Sleeves. Carson get the start. He go through his lumps his first year. And then Howie Roseman go out and put everything this dude need around him. We go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts came in. He kind of struggled his first year. His first year starting. Howie Roseman, do it again. Put everything this dude need around him. It ain't nothing you don't got now. Now we in the Super Bowl. Bro, that's great GMing, bro. And it's so many ups and downs with Howie Roseman. It's we hated this dude for years, then we love him again, then we hate him for years. It's bro, he get big headed sometimes. We all knew that. But he had to step back into reality. We try to put this team together. We're gonna put what this young dude need around before we had to pay him, and we're gonna go try to win the Super Bowl. Bro,
exactly.
Howie Roseman is a great GM, and I don't feel like the NFL appreciate this dude as much as they should be appreciating him right now, because he's giving GMs the blueprint. He really giving y'all the blueprint, and y'all not really acknowledging what this dude be doing.
And what about him even drafting Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
They were
that was
saying
a power
they
move.
felt like
that was a power move, and we didn't even
felt
know
like they missed out on Russell Wilson in that draft, and they was like, we can't miss out on this type of dude again. Even the awareness of drafting Jalen Hurts, believing in Jalen Hurts, pulling the plug on Carson early. Because when we pulled the plug on Carson Wentz, it was risky. It was a very risky time because we've seen what Carson could do at his best. He was still young, still in prime age. We pulled the plug on Carson early, and we really could have ate that mistake for years. But whatever they saw to know that Carson was officially cooked and done, they saw it. Putting all their faith in Jalen Hurts when he did come out to a rocky start. All the faith in this dude, building this team around him. I'm excited to see what we do in this offseason, what Howie Vision do in this offseason, y'all. And I saw something today. Both of Carson's backup quarterbacks led the team to a Super Bowl. Daggone.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it, though, with that is, we were up and down on, Howie like that, but still, we've been in the playoffs, 6 out of the last 7 years. So even though we were going through all that change and he wasn't making bad moves or right moves, we were still a team in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Whether we did anything in them or not, we were still there. And we, it's just really time, like that since 2000, the most wins, most playoff wins. Come on. It's time to give us our respect. And the only way we're going to get it is by going to go do what we got to do this week. 2 weeks from now when we go win the Super Bowl.
And salute to Howie Roseman, too. I'm sorry, Milton, but salute to Howie Roseman, too. And not only him, salute to the whole organization for sticking with Jalen Hurts, man. Mm-hmm. All the rumors and hearsay of Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, let's go draft the quarterback. They stuck by this kid's side and say, "No, we believe in you. We support you. You want your best friend, your bestie, AJ Brown, done. You want this defense fixed, done. You want this offense reamped, done." And this whole organization supported this kid, and in return, Jalen Hurts is 16 minutes away from pressuring the Chief Pack and getting us a Super Bowl. And according to Ian Rappaport, and this is well deserved, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be working this offseason for a massive deal. Work every freaking penny, no matter what happens. Go ahead, Nathan.
Nah, I mean, it's simple enough said. Again, I mean, we got a GM. He took risks, right? Like that was the riskiest move picking Jalen Hurts. That came with his job security. If he would have failed that, he'd have been up out of here also. I mean, the next thing he did was he owned up to his own mistakes, right? Like this man had really drafted some hot garbage that we've all had to endure for some time, and he got rid of that. He was like, "I did wrong by my Philly fans. Let me correct this." And then he went out there and actually got some talent and didn't get cute in the draft. So yeah, for that alone, and this is just the fruits of his labor. We watching this Super Bowl team now, and I mean, we can't be more happier and excited. Again, Howie Roseman is built for the city of Philadelphia.
All right, boss. Yep, man. Yeah, he deserves to. Everyone, whoever's in the chat saying pay Jalen Hurts and laughing about it, he deserves every. He took y'all to the Super Bowl.
It's extremely, extremely hard to find your franchise quarterback.
Hell, Simone.
Who performs on the field, who's at this prime age that Jalen's at, where you can have him for a decade and has proven himself on the field. The Chiefs found it and was smart to lock up Patrick Mahomes. Look at all these other piss-poor franchises that have no clue what they're doing at quarterback next season. So when they think that paying Jalen Hurts is going to be our downfall, look at your little rusty, dusty, crusty, musty quarterback room and wish you had a quarterback to drop a bag on that is the perfect face of this franchise and this city. Y'all wish y'all had a Jalen Hurts to drop a bag on. Y'all don't even know who y'all got at quarterback one next season. We know who we got at quarterback for the next 10 years. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it.
Exactly. Look at this man on this photo right here. A 24-year-old piece of gold. That's a 24-year-old piece of gold right here.
Baby. A
24-year-old piece of gold. Go ahead, Trey.
He's doing his best Prince outfit.
Right?
Oh, we know why now.
Purple rain.
Exactly.
It's just crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like Mo said, Howie Roseman took a big gamble by drafting Jalen Hurts. After paying Carson Wentz all that money, he took a big gamble.
I don't think he did. I always argue that because he had to. We were paying Nick all these backups, $15-20 million to be backups for Carson because he kept getting hurt. And all he did was give Carson this money and get a quarterback out of the draft where he had a rookie contract to deal with. It was a business decision.
No,
I don't
not
think it was
drafting Jalen Hurts.
We're not talking about drafting Jalen Hurts.
We're talking about trading Carson.
Trading Carson and drafting Jalen where they drafted him at. It was a big risk. Like where they drafted him at. Like if it would have been like a 4th, 5th round pick, people wouldn't have been all up in arms about it. This is the 2nd round pick after you just drafted Jalen Reagor. So it's like you pay your quarterback and then you basically paint a picture like you stabbed the dude right in the back after you paid him. You didn't get him no help, nothing. Reagor wasn't no help. So it was a big risk. You could have lost the city with that one. For real.
Exactly.
You could have lost the city with that, but he bounced back, and he bounced back in a big way. Even him, I didn't even expect him to fast. I didn't even expect him to even go and draft Devontae Smith. Howie Roseman shy away from picks like that. So he took a lot of gambles. These past couple of years, and they paying off right now, big time.
Yep. Let's get to the defense side of the ball. Defense, what can we say? Second, Purdy, the backup, everybody. Trent Williams punching everybody because of a fight. Salute to the defense, man. A+ to the defense. Go ahead, Trey. You start off. Defense.
A+, man. We went in there. We did what we were supposed to do. Like we didn't let the Kyle Shanahan, enigma really get to us. We gonna do what we've been doing to everybody. We're gonna make y'all look like y'all don't know what y'all doing, and that's what we did. They couldn't block our front line at all. Like nothing they did. Christian McCaffrey had that nice little run. It was cute and all that, but after that, he really ain't do nothing that game. He really couldn't get off at all. Debo, we shut Debo down. Everybody kept screaming, "Oh, Debo this, Debo that." Debo this, Debo that. Craig, baby. We Craig, baby.
My
Y'all want to keep
control over
talking to Debo? We Craig.
Hey, Blankenship said, Debo, you got knocked out.
Shots make me mad. Let's go, bro. Like, listen, Kittle was a non-factor in that game. They had this dude stand in the block half of the time because they couldn't block our defensive line. So it was like, bro, we just really destroyed their whole game plan and we dominated these dudes. It was a defensive domination game because our defense dominated. Our offense stayed afloat and they rushed the ball. They did what they're supposed to do. But this whole game was our defense. Like our defense was nasty, flying around the field, smacking everybody that moved. They couldn't block us. They couldn't pull. They couldn't do nothing. It was like, bro, they couldn't run their zone. They couldn't get into their zone schemes because we was blowing the edges up. It was like, bro, we just dominated these dudes. Like, dominated them. And it's like, like I said, I feel like the Chiefs it's not gonna be easy to beat the Chiefs, but that defense is cheese. Defense cheese and the offensive line is cheese. So I feel like we're gonna fare well with them dudes.
Yep. Simone?
Defense A+. Again, Christian McCaffrey had that break off run, that one run where we missed all them tackles, and after then tightened up. Again, mind control over Debo. Where was you at? Only reason why we saw you because you had on them diamond bedazzled cleats. Other than that, how would we have seen you? Kittle, non-factor. Just waving or blocking, waving and blocking, waving and blocking. Again, this defense left no doubt, imposed their will. Again, even though it was just Brock Purdy in the beginning, because like I said, before Brock went out, y'all was still picking Brock Purdy over us before y'all knew Brock was going to be out. That was the same team the little boys played the week before and struggled with. We had no problem. Just as soon as the defense stepped on the field, imposed their will. Reminded them who ran it. Y'all want to talk about number one defense? We the real number one defense. The real number one defense.
We showed
Don't
y'all.
play with it.
You heard, sis. No, you're good, sis. Notion?
Hey, listen. I'm more or less I'm watching this defense, right? And we watching something historic. Again, just watching Hassan Reddick. Right now, a lot of people slept on this man. Like, I don't know why this – I really don't understand why he's been through so many teams as of late, the past so many years. But watching Hassan Reddick, he's just a natural fit on this team. This man transforms our whole entire defense. Watching how Jonathan Gannon's able to just use this man and bring out the best in him, I'm telling y'all, this man is a straight-up game changer. Watching how we did to Brock Purdy and making those adjustments, knowing that, listen, I'm not going to lie, I got nervous at a point in time in the game when I saw, Christian McCaffrey ran through like 3-4 of our defenders. I was like, oh no, what is this going on here? The 49ers only have one person to go through right now, which is Christian McCaffrey. And watching our team make that adjustment, and again, just our whole D-line, it's setting an epic tone. No, I don't feel sorry for none of these quarterbacks that have to go up against this because the main goal is to take that quarterback out. So, again, we watching stuff that's historic right now. A defense, they all getting A+. D-line, just the safeties, like my man said, Blankenship's coming out there looking like an all-pro. I'm just loving the whole takeover from the whole team. The whole defense getting A+.
Facts.
BG.
But you could play freely. The thing I like about this defense is you could play freely on the at linebacker, safety, corner when you know your D line about to eat up front.
Trust it.
You
Yeah.
could, you could play freely. You could sit on routes. You could sit on the run game. You could do anything you really want. You could freelance out there for real. Because a lot of times that's what Bradbury and Big Play Slate doing. They playing zone, but they really freelancing. You could tell, like, I
Mhm.
mean, find the football. Avante Maddox, find the football. Gardner Johnson, Blankenship. Final football. We're gonna eat up front. We got y'all. There's a whole, like I said, with the offense, there's a whole trust thing with this defense. They all trust each other. We trust that Hassan Reddick. They hold this football too long. He coming up there, he gonna blow something up. We trust Josh Sweat, Hargreaves, Fletch, Brandon Graham. We trust all them dudes up front. So we can play as freely as we want to. Bro, I love watching this team. I love watching this team. And there's a lot of Philadelphia Eagles teams I love watching, but just the chemistry they all got with each other, it's just different right now. It's like it's different right now. Like you could when you could blitz your slot corner and not care about the coverage, about losing a guy in coverage, bro. Trust, trust. And Avante Maddox, he blitzing on run situations, everything, bro. It's just crazy. Like it's crazy. Like it's just so much trust that Gannon got with these dudes, and they responded to it well, and they all trust each other. And I just love watching this football team play.
Exactly. BG.
Yeah, man, this is the best Eagles defense we ever seen, man. These guys are crazy. The talent level is ridiculous. All 11 of them, are all stars, Pro Bowlers. The best at their position for the most part, pretty much, man. The way they, like you said, the way they play so free and they make plays, they're having fun out there. And it's so scary when you got a good defense with great players and they're out there having fun playing football together. They trust each other. They're willing to make sacrifice. One has a bad play, the whole team's picking them up to get them back out there, let them know that there ain't nothing. We got a whole game to play, guys. And man, they're scary. And I knew with all this talent, man, that playoff defense, like they said, the playoff Gannon is a GOAT. I seen that. The playoff Gannon is a GOAT because he's coaching his ass off this playoff. He's starting to man, locked it up, send some heat, and this is exactly, what we want him to do. But guess what? You can't show all your cards in this season. You got to wait to the dance. He knew that there was going to be this dance. The whole team knew that we were going to the playoffs this year. And I like to see the way there's, dialing up some new stuff that we haven't seen just because it's the playoffs. And I think we got a lot more for the Super Bowl coming, man. This defense get an A plus. All of them, man. All of them.
Exactly. Let's get the coaching. A+ for the coaching. Go ahead, Trey.
A+ for me for the coaching too, bro. I don't got no complaints right now. A+.
Yep. Simone.
Here she gone.
Okay. BG.
A plus, man. Like I said, it wasn't the prettiest, but it was pretty on defense, man. That heat, it was scary at times, man. It was scary. The way he was just sending them, and they were just getting to the quarterback, man. It don't matter who's back there. You can be Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and even Patty Mahomes. You about to get smoked. You about to get smoked, and that's I give these coaches A++. They're coaching their ass off right now.
Yep. Okay. So before we wrap up the show, uh, I guess your early thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs. Go ahead, Trey.
All right, so we just make it to the Super Bowl. You're not a good team. Kansas City Chiefs are a good team. They number one score offense in the NFL. They're not as explosive like they used to be with Tyreek Hill, but they're a steady offense. I mean, they find big plays. Jason Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, their biggest threat on the field. He's kind of like unguardable. So, I mean, we're gonna have to work hard to kind of take him away and kind of make other people beat us. They got a nice little run game with Pacheco. He one of the hardest running backs in the NFL right now. Like that dude don't go down like first contact. So we got to rally to the ball when he got the football. They got Valdez, Scantley, Juju out there, Kadarius Tony. They got a couple playmakers, but overall it all starts with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, we can't let him get into his running
You're good,
around making.
Simone. You're good,
We
Simone. We
can't let
about
them
to
do
wrap
it
up
to.
anyway, so you're good. Yeah,
We can't let them.
exactly.
We
Go ahead,
can't
Trey.
let this dude out the pocket, bro. Like we can't let him get out the pocket too much and start throwing this little magical stuff. We got to keep him contained, keep him in the pocket, and live with like whatever happened after that. But I feel like we the better football team, and we should win this game. But like I said, when you got a dude like Pat Mahomes on the other side, anything can happen. So we're gonna have to bring our A game. When offensive wise, I feel like we can get over on these dudes, man. They're not as good a defense as the 49ers. It's like not even close. They gave up a lot of points this year. Their defense gave up a lot of points this year. They got a solid pass rush, but it's nothing crazy. Like we're not going up against the Cowboys pass rush or nothing. So, overall, like I said, I feel like we the better team and we should win this game. I'm not gonna give a score prediction yet, but like I said, I feel like we should win this game.
Yep. BG.
Man, it's a nice storyline. It's nice to see our old coach, Big Red, one of the best Eagles coaches of all time, if not the best. Right now, Nick is, working on changing that narrative. They've been good for a long time, man. They play some good football. For all you guys say, the Chiefs have no weapon, they do. That Pacheco guy is awesome. What I'm saying? That little dude's rookie out there doing his thing out there. Scandrick had a great game last game. What I'm saying? He was making some big plays, man. It's just gonna, like I said, it's no disrespect. I've been saying this all season long to every single team that we play. It's no disrespect towards your team, but we built different, man. We on another level of football, man. Period. And I think the Super Bowl, you're really gonna see the stars shine real bright. I think this game was a perfect setup for the Super Bowl. This last game, where it wasn't too explosive. We still blew them out, but it wasn't too that whole explosive big play. We're saving that for Super Bowl. And I'm sorry that it's just the Chiefs in the way of destiny. These are men on a mission. They got a plan that they set forth the beginning of the season, and they're going to execute this plan. The rent is due, and Jalen Hurts about to pay. He's going to shut them all up. And like I said, we're not going to get into too much score predictions or whatnot, but man, it's not going to be as close. Everybody's going to say that. I'm going to say this again for the third game in a row. The Eagles will win by more than 21 points. I don't care about Patty Mahomes and who he is. He's gimping for one. He's not going to be able to get away from this pass rush. They don't have enough talent on that offense. Travis Kelce, we're star killers. So if you're saying your only star is Travis Kelce, he's going to get locked down for the game, period. I'm not even worried about him because you don't have enough talent on that offense to do what you're going to need to do to put up enough points to beat this Eagles team. And that defense, like you said, Trey, Swiss cheese. Like you said, I've been praying for it all year long, but I agree. This is going to be the first game Jalen gets his 400 yards. It's 450. 4-5 touchdowns. It's about to go crazy. It's going to send the whole city of Philadelphia in outrage. And they're going to be out there partying their ass off, drunk as hell, and some people are going to get arrested. Because we're about to do something. We're going to break a Super Bowl record. I guarantee that. Most points, most yards, whatever, all of it. It's about to go down in 2 weeks.
Yep. We will preview the game this Monday coming. We're going to talk about the good, what we want to see, what we don't want to see, and all that. So, guys, we're going to wrap up here. Salute the Eagles Nation, the best fans in the world, for being loud and proud. Remember, if you want us, you can find us on Broad Street. So we'll catch you guys on Monday. Bring on the Chiefs, baby!
Rest in peace.